You're watching News Channel 8 Midday.
It turns out incivility is contagious. It robs people of resources. It hijacks performance and creativity in the workplace.
We don't know anybody like that, right?
No. Nobody does, right?
Here to explain how to avoid uncivil and disrespectful behavior on the job is Dr. Christine Porath of Georgetown's McDonough School of Business. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And this is a topic I'm sure everybody kind of can relate to in some way. But you know, here it is. When it comes to politics in the workplace, you got to realize going in the door that not everybody's going to think the way you do, right? And the country is so politically divided, 50-50 almost, that at least half of the people you run into are not going to think the way you do. So is this a topic best left at home?
I believe so. I mean, I think politics, you have to be really careful when you're discussing it and really mindful of being respectful of others' opinions. So for me, I like to leave it unsaid.
It's going to come up, though. It's one of those things that at some point, for some reason, it's going to come up. And there's that, what do you do?
Yeah, I think it's important to just acknowledge your opinion, but suggest that it's just that. And be fair to them, and the idea that you don't mind, hearing their honesty. If
it's confrontational, though, I mean, if somebody's right in your face, what do you do? Turn around and walk away? How do you diffuse that situation?
I think it's best to just say, I believe differently, and I think that there's a better way. And then I would diffuse the situation by stepping away. Okay. Maybe you can approach them again when calmer heads prevail.
The temperature's lowered.
Exactly.
Yeah, it tends to rise and fall with the political season. So when we're close to an election, you're going to have higher temperature on that one. All right, it's not just politics, though. There are lots of topics that can be in this category. Just plain old rudeness. And it just seems like when someone is rude, it kind of can be contagious, right?
Absolutely. So sadly, what we find is that our environment rubs off on us. And whether we know it or not, we're carriers of this. So we take it from that experience, that political discussion, and we carry it into our other interactions with others. So even if we're not conscious of it, we pass it on to others. So we have to be really mindful of this.
And on the flip side, politeness begets politeness, I would think.
Absolutely. That's actually the good news. So we've done studies in organizations and found that civility is contagious. So not only am I civil with my social network, but I carry it on to others that I interact with. So it really spreads quite nicely in organizations.
If you're working for an organization that you don't think, though, subscribes to that, or at the very least they're not paying enough attention to it, how can you put that on a front burner for them?
Well, I think it's about reporting it. Most people, the vast majority, are afraid or think the organization won't do anything about it. So unfortunately, leaders never get this information, and people will leave because of it, or it will take them off track performance-wise. So I think it's really important to just speak up about this and to have a dialogue with the management about it. And human resource folks can get involved in helping contain the issue so that it doesn't spread and have the contagion that we talked about.
One issue that sort of bubbled over recently was the whole sexual harassment culture over at Fox News. How can they improve things from a corporate level?
Well, I think it really starts with the top. So over a quarter of people, when asked why they were uncivil, say because our leaders are. So I think it's really important that top leadership are role models, for this kind of behavior that you're looking for, because it does funnel down, and we've seen evidence of that even yesterday. There were anchors that are on vacation now for some of this, and I think it's really hard because we don't know that we're picking up on leaders' behaviors, but we do. They set the tone.
It's where you get your cues in just about every situation. Interesting stuff, and very valuable, as it turns out. Professor Christine Porath of the Georgetown McDonough School of Business, thank you so much.
Thank you.